I'd like to say hello to everyone as we gather here today to remember this National Day Against Violence Against Women. It's also, unfortunately, over 30 years ago, where we have to remember the murder of 14 engineering students in Montreal. Very tragic, because a young man who was not well himself and broken interpreted them being present in faculty engineering and him being unable to attend. In his mind, he thought that they were the enemy. So this is where we remember them, their lives, their families, and our nation as we heal. So we'll start with our treaty and land acknowledgement. The University of Manitoba campuses are located on original lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Toda, and Dene peoples, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories. We acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. Elder Carl Stone will now say a prayer and the drum song.
I'd like to ask and say thank you for this day that we've been given. And also on this day that we're remembering those who were taken, lives have been taken unnecessarily. We don't ask for understanding, but we do ask that violence against the women of our world be stopped, and violence completely be stopped as well. I say Tree Glitch, and I say this in the name of all that I love. Tree Glitch. Oh,
We invite you to join us as we remember those women who have died at the hands of violence. During this service, you are invited to engage in your own belief system, whether it is based on higher values for good, or one based on your understanding of a higher power.
Be still within and without. Call to mind your own need for healing and forgiveness. Center yourself in that which gives you life.
Today, we remember the National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women. It is a day in which we remember the horrible event in 1989 when 14 young women were murdered at École Polytechnique in Montreal, Quebec.
I invite all those present here to respond with the following. Please say this with me. We remember our love for each other, and we celebrate the caring human heart. And we believe that someday our fears will not lead to actions that hurt and destroy life. We remember, we celebrate, we believe.
Here, a million wounded souls are yearning just to be touched by love and be healed. May we gather as one people and hold those in sorrow close to our hearts.
We remember our love for each other, and we celebrate the caring human heart. And we believe that someday our fears will not lead to actions that hurt and destroy life. We remember, we celebrate, we believe.
Now we remember the potential of love as we gather here and share our memories and our thoughts in the fervent presence of our Creator.
We remember our love for each other, and we celebrate the caring human heart. And we believe that someday our fears will not lead to actions that hurt and destroy life. We remember, we celebrate, we believe. We say, Creator, Allah, Abba, God, Father, Mother, our higher power, our positive values, and say we agree to the hope and dream of every heart. Peace beyond all telling, and freedom from all fear. We remember our love for each other, and we celebrate the caring human heart. And we believe that someday our fears will not lead to actions that hurt and destroy life. We remember, we celebrate, we believe.
See the face of the Creator's love revealed in every person standing by your side. Give to one another the temple of your love.
We remember our love for each other, and we celebrate the caring human heart. And we believe that someday our fears will not lead to actions that hurt and destroy life. We remember, we celebrate, we believe.
We create, all of us, from very diverse backgrounds. We all create a circle of unbroken fidelity and solidarity in memory of these young women. As the candles are lit, we will name each woman and remember their friends and family members who mourn them still.
Geneviève Belcheron. Geneviève Belcheron. Hélène Kogan. Natalie Croto.
Barbara Degano. Anne-Marie Edward. Maud Kabirnek. Barbara Kuznick Badajevic.
Maurice Laminier. Anne-Marie Lemay. Sonia Pelletier. Michelle Newton.
Annie Saint Arnaud. Annie Turkov. Marie Leclerc.
We remember the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls of this land.
Remember, all the women around the world have lost their lives to gender-based violence.
We remember all women in Manitoba who have been murdered, abused, and raped. We remember those women who were murdered during the COVID restrictions throughout Canada.
In all of this, we seek hope. Someone asked me, what is hope? And hope, I think, is that we can see a future from this, something positive. It has been since 1989. And much also had been done previous to that to bring awareness of violence against women. We know now more and more women are speaking, are getting help. We know there are more programs for men as they grapple with society's expectations and understand their own feelings. In fact, I heard on the radio last week, as a spark of hope, there is a young man who is collecting stories from men, sharing. As he said, we are so tempted as men, as what we have been taught, to not show our emotions, but choose a way to show them in very violent ways. We have had many people sing the music and in popular song that we hear on the radio about the treatment of women. We had the Me Too movement, something that wouldn't have happened. There is more awareness, but boy, we do have a lot more work to do. But I know, when I took my sociology of women in 1985, where each one of us was supposed to share and do our paper on something that meant to us. And one woman was very brave, and she talked about the abuse and how she got out of that relationship. And that, to me, since we're here at university, that's where we can learn too, to unlearn things. That's where we encourage our faculty to engage people in conversation. That's where we encourage our counselors to listen and to encourage and start groups so men can share, so women are not alone. Unfortunately, in Quebec and under COVID, Quebec was, I think they understood they had 12 murders within a few months of women. So yes, there's a lot more to do. But we know, because we care, we've been doing this, that it will happen. Because things are changing. So we do need the funding to start groups, we need the supports. We need a media world to understand the kind of images they are predicting, their images they're putting in the media. But I do take hope. But I also know there's more to be done. So you have, right in front of you, over there, some beautiful flowers. Flowers are often a symbol of life, but they are a reminder that life can have its challenges and its pain because they have thorns on them. But we are asking all of you present here to take one of those flowers and to place it in the circle as a promise on your behalf. Everyone can do something differently. How we can make a world where this doesn't happen. So Brian will play some music, and you're all invited to place a rose of hope. All humans have loved with an everlasting love. May we be called to connect with each other, our humanity. May our higher power embrace us with the remembrance of the peace of this season. Enable us in this way to take back our city from violence and crippling fear that we find in our midst, and work towards hope and realizing a healing city. Please stand for the blessing of compassion. May you approach all other beings with divine compassion and kindness, letting go of harsh judgments. May the wellsprings of compassion flow deep within you until you can taste the tears of your sisters. May you be aware of the suffering of those around you and hear their cries of distress.
May you have the courage and wisdom to speak up for those who are wrong, to be a voice for those who suffer from injustice in any form. May you be open to receive. May you be open to receive and ready to give when someone needs your gifts. May you develop an awareness of the suffering of others and have a heart filled with generosity and kindness.
May what you believe in give you strength to change the world. May you always know the shelter of the greater being, of higher beliefs, when you are hurting and in pain. May you be at peace.
I will now extinguish each one of the candles, and each one of these candles were painted by the residents at St. John's College. When we left them with the information, this is what they created. So as I extinguish a candle, you can leave in peace and in quiet. Because unfortunately, there's more work to be done. And as I extinguish, may that be a symbol that we're all called to be part of the healing. Thank you for coming.